Hey folks, Saksham this side from AceIPM. IIM Rohtak has opened the form for IPM 80 2025, and in this video we are going to fill the form and make sure you're not making the mistakes which can cost you your admission at a later point in time. So without any further ado, let's begin. Now, before coming to the form itself, I believe it is important for you to understand the changes in admission policy this year. So, highlighting certain things over here. One is that this is not a change. This happens every year. Your 10th and 12th percentages are to be calculated basis of the best of five subjects. So, if you only have five subjects, then you calculate the average of five. And if you have six subjects, you calculate it basis of the best of five. In that case, it does not matter if you are considering an additional subject, a core subject, the main subject. Any five subjects where you have scored good can be considered. After that, your application fee has increased this year to 4937. So has your fee by almost 5%. Your registration opens today. It has already opened and it is going to be open till April 11th, 2025. Exam happens on May 5th, which I believe is a Monday, 9 a.m. onwards. You have three sections, QA, LR, and VA, 40 questions each. And although they mention a sectional timer, but they usually don't have one. So it's 120 minutes, 120 questions, plus 4 marks, minus 1 mark. 20 minutes, 20 questions legal reasoning if in case you opt for IPL program as well. One change this year has been that earlier they gave 45% weightage to IPM 80. This year it is increased to 55%. If in case you're preparing for this exam or IIM Indoors IPMAT or JIPMAT, you can also inquire about our courses at AceIPM. The link will be down in the description. You can book a free counseling call and get everything sorted. Apart from that, there is 15% weightage to your interview, 10% to 2/10th, which was earlier 20, so 10% has been reduced over here. 12th remains the same at 20%, so total it is 100%. This year we would see people getting in with a slightly lesser score in class 10th, which was earlier not something which happened very regularly, because the weightage to 10th and 12th which is given is quite high. Seats have increased this year to 198, and also another thing that you need to note is that interview process is going to be online this year. Last year it was offline, it was held only in IIM Rohtak's campus, so it's a lot of hassle. So it's a good thing that they're conducting it online this year. So that's all in terms of the admission policy. Now let's jump to the form directly. So the way you come to the form, ideally though, they will add a link over here in the IPM section itself, but right now it is over here in the news announcement section. You click on this particular link, registration open for IPM 80. You come to this page, you click on register here. Once you click on register here, you are greeted with this particular page. It gives you a certain instructions. Please read all of them. It basically mentions how you will receive your user ID and password on your registered email and your registered phone number. You can use it to log in for your IPM or IPL registration form, and you need to provide correct name, date of birth, mobile number, and email address, as these details cannot be changed once the registration process is complete. So after that, you are greeted with this particular page which you need to fill. So in terms of the documents, first of all, if in case you have any query whatsoever, please reconfirm it with the college itself. I am not the supreme authority. So, if you have any question, rather than asking that to me, it is better that you ask the institute itself so that you have official clarification available. The number and the email is mentioned over here. Last date again is April 11th. So you enter your name over here, your date of birth. It will not allow you to enter anything, before 30th of June 2005, because they only allow candidates of 20 years of age max, your email address, your nationality, country of residence, mobile number. And after all these details, all these details also have to be entered as per your class 10th mark sheet. After that, you submit, you enter the email and mobile number that you frequently use, frequently check, so that in case you get any mail, any message, you are able to check it in time. If you get an interview shortlist, you are able to check it in time. After doing all this, you click on submit, and once you click on submit, you come across this particular page. You receive an email with a password, you receive an SMS with a password. You can click on go to application, or if you are starting this application at a later point in time, you can just come on this page and log in. Once you log in, you are greeted with this particular portal, and certain details are to be filled over here. You've already filled the candidate name, date of birth, application number has been assigned to me. You enter your father's name here, mother's name here, your gender, and your marital status for some reason. You need to enter your category here. A note for people coming in from EWS and NCOBC categories. You need to renew your certificates every financial year. So in the case, if you are applying between April 1st to April 10th, 11th, then ideally though you should apply with a new EWS certificate, NCOBC certificate. But even if you are applying with an old one, you will anyway have to get it renewed at the time of your interview process. You need to have an updated one available at that point in time. For people who don't have a certificate now and are planning to get it in the next financial year directly, although IIM Rohtak has not explicitly mentioned it anywhere as far as I know, IIM Indore does that, you can submit an undertaking right now that right now I don't have the certificate, but I will produce one once I get shortlisted for the interview. You can check with IIM Rohtak if in case they provide such a facility or not. You enter your mobile number, email ID has already been entered. You enter your alternate and alternate mobile number and alternate email ID. If you are physically handicapped, you enter yes over here, and then you need to present certain documents for the same. You enter your present address details over here. If in case it's the same as your permanent address, then you enter yes over here. If not, then you say no over here, and then you enter the permanent address details. After that, this is a very important section which I want to give 2 minutes of time to, and I think you should all listen to it. Normally Indian mentality ये रहती है, if you're getting anything for free, there's no harm in getting that. In this particular form, they are charging you some 4.9 thousand rupees, 4,900 rupees, and they are giving you an option that you are already applying for IPM by default, but you can also apply for the IPL program without paying any extra charge. All that you need to do is, at the day of exam, rather than sitting for that exam for 120 minutes, you need to sit in that particular exam for 140 minutes and cover 140 questions, because you have 20 questions extra from legal reasoning section. Is there any reason why you should apply? नॉर्मल थिंकिंग ये रहेगी कि यार कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, यू कैन मैक्सिमाइज योर ऑप्शंस, अभी एक ऑप्शन ओपन रखो, बाद में जाके अगर नहीं जाना होगा आईपीएल में तो हम बाद में रिजेक्ट कर देंगे. दैट इज अ रैशनल वे टू थिंक. बट हाउएवर एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम अगर आपके पास आईपीएम का कॉल नहीं है, आईपीएल का है, in that point in time maybe a lot of people don't really think rationally. So what exactly is IPL? IPL is integrated program in law. IIMs are historically known for their management courses, not for their law courses. So आप अगर सोच रहे हो कि मैं IPL करूँगा एक IIMs के अंदर से और उसकी वैल्यू भी उतनी ही रहेगी जितनी एक IIM से MBA की रहती है, that is not the case. आपको लॉ ही करना है तो प्रेफर NLUs. At the same time, the first thing is that do you even want to do law to begin with? Because I have seen with a lot of students of ours कि उन्हें IPM जाना होता है, IPM के लिए पूरा टाइम पढ़ते हैं, लॉ को कुछ ध्यान नहीं दिया, पता नहीं लॉ क्या होता है, यहाँ पर येस कर दिया, एग्जाम देकर आ गए, कट ऑफ IPM की क्लियर नहीं हुई, IPL की हो गई, और किसी जगह कुछ कट ऑफ क्लियर नहीं हुआ तो सोचा यार IIM तो है ही, तो इसका फॉर्म इंटरव्यू दे देते हैं, क्लियर हो जाता है, कॉलेज में जाते हैं, एंड कॉलेज में दे आर नॉट एबल टू कोप अप, दे डोंट फील गुड एट ऑल. It is very mentally exhausting as well, because you expected certain things, you had certain vision for yourself, but आप कुछ completely different ही कर रहे हो और उसके लिए आप इतने पैसे भी दे रहे हैं. So it becomes a problem later on. I am humbly requesting you to only click yes over here only in the case you have also applied for CLAT. If you are serious for going for law as a degree. अगर आप नहीं हो सीरियस, अगर आपने क्लैट जैसा एग्जाम नहीं दिया है, दैट ऑटोमेटिकली मेक्स यू समबडी हु वाज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन लॉ एनीवे, तो प्लीज़ यहाँ पर येस मत क्लिक करें. आप यहाँ आज येस क्लिक कर दोगे ये सोच के एक्स्ट्रा पैसे तो लग नहीं रहे, एंड बाद में आप ऐसे सिचुएशन में फंस सकते हो कि आपको आईपीएम का कहीं से कॉल नहीं आया, तो आपने सोचा चलो आईपीएम की जगह आईपीएल ही कर लेते हैं, और उसमें बाद में जाके a lot of people suffer. I don't want you to go through that experience. So please keep that in mind while filling this form. Also, it does not also make give you any advantage कि चलो IPL यहाँ भर देते हैं, but out of 140 questions we'll only focus on the 120 in IPM and we get extra 20 minutes. That is not the case. 120 questions QA LRVA is one section, and another section is 20 minutes 20 questions of legal reasoning. That's how it works. So आपको कोई time advantage भी नहीं मिलता है as such. So after this is clear, I hope you will take my words seriously, because I have talked to people after they get into this program and then they regret कि भैया करना तो मैनेजमेंट था पर हम लॉ लेके फंस गए हैं और हमें लॉ समझ नहीं आ रहा, लॉ में इंटरेस्ट नहीं लगता है. बट बिकॉज इट वॉज इन IIM, so we decided let's just give it a try, but it does not work out. After you filled all the information, you need to click save and next. यहाँ पर आता है another one more important thing. यहाँ it will ask you for your aggregate percentage in 10th. Please make sure you're filling the aggregate which is best of 5. Let's say for example you had 6 subjects, right? और उसमें से एक सब्जेक्ट था आपका मेन सब्जेक्ट अकाउंटेंसी, उसमें आपने 60 स्कोर करा है, और आपका एडिशनल सब्जेक्ट है कंप्यूटर साइंस, उसमें आपने 95 स्कोर करा है. तो जस्ट बिकॉज इट इज एडिशनल डज नॉट मीन कि वो अपने बेस्ट 5 में कंसिडर नहीं कर सकते, वो आप एब्सोल्युटली कर सकते हो। जिस भी सब्जेक्ट, जो भी सब्जेक्ट आपकी मार्कशीट में अपेयर होता है, यू हैव बिन गिवन सर्टेन मार्क्स इन दैट, कैन गो इन दिस पर्टिकुलर फील्ड। अगर 5 ही सब्जेक्ट हैं, देन यू नो एंटर ऑल द 5, बट इफ इन केस you have 6 subjects, then you have an ability to choose the best of 5 and enter your percentage basis of that. जो भी percentage रहेगी, it will be rounded up, rounded off to 2 decimal places. You first enter the percentage here, you enter your board, your school, your year of completion over here. After that, when you're filling all the marks, obtained maximum marks, and if in case you have been given CGPA, ask with your board, check with the mark sheet, उसके पीछे लिखा होगा that what is the conversion formula. Do you convert it by multiplying it by 9.5 or by 10? So confirm that and accordingly fill this particular field. And after that, the percentage that comes over here, because it will also calculate basis of the subjects you have entered, 87.6 should match what you have entered over here. So please keep that in mind. Uske baad, if in case you've already completed your 12th, then it will ask you the same details for 12th as well. But if you're appearing for 12th currently for this year, then you click on, you have not completed it. You are going to appear for 12th equivalent, your board and your school. So if in case you've already completed your 12th, then you enter the details. If not, then you enter no, and you just click on save and next. After that, it asks you for your exam city preference. Normally people say that the earlier you fill the form, the more likelihood of getting an exam center of your choice. That is true, but at the same time I also don't want you to fill the form so early कि आपने फॉर्म ही ढंग से नहीं भरा है, आज आया फॉर्म आज ही भर दिया है, बट 4 मिस्टेक कर दिया, उसके चक्कर में यू आर आइदर फिलिंग द फॉर्म अगेन, पेइंग दिस एग्जाम फॉर्म फी अगेन, विच इज ह्यूमंगस, 5,000 is a lot of money, or you are going in with wrong details and your admission getting cancelled at a later stage in time. So please make sure everything you have checked before submitting the fee. So preferred city 1, 2, 3 you can enter over here, and most likely बच्चों को फर्स्ट सिटी मिल ही जाता है, ऐसा कोई दिक्कत नहीं होता है. Then you click save and next, and साथ ही में a lot of people also had a question that इसका exam is clashing with Symbiosis entrance test which is also happening on 5th of May. I don't think IIM Rohtak is going to change its date for Symbiosis. You can ask Symbiosis, however, if in case they can consider it. But even if not, they have given you 2 slots, so you can always choose a second slot. And that is also the benefit of filling the forms after some time, so that you have an understanding कौन सा फॉर्म कौन से डेट को है, खत्म हो रहा है, एग्जाम कौन सी डेट को है, so that you can map things accordingly and fill the form. अब जिसने Symbiosis का already form fill कर दिया है with first slot, and अब IIM Rohtak भी same date को है, then they are going to lose out on the money and they'll have to fill the form again for the second slot. Now over here you need to fill, enter your passport size photo. It has to be maximum 6 months old in a white background. This is what I have entered over here. Then your sign again, prefer a plain white background, and your 10th mark sheet, it has to be self-attested. What does self-attest mean? So if you see over here, it is not opening. It's basically you take a print of your mark sheet and you sign over there on top of that mark sheet and you write self-attested. That is what self-attested means. अगर आप ये करना भूल भी जाते हैं और ये वीडियो बाद में देख रहे हैं, it is okay. इस बात पे IIM Rohtak does not cancel your admission, admission. But जब लिखा है, जब अगर आपके पास time है, you're filling the form right now, then it always makes sense that you do the complete the application process as per the requirements of the institute. So they ask you to self-attest your mark sheet. That is, you take a print, a copy of that particular mark sheet, you sign on it, and you write self-attested. And then your category certificate as well, as discussed earlier, it will only be for people who are appearing through a category. Now over here, it shows your registration fee and everything. It allows you to preview your application. So you can preview your application over here, see everything is fine or not. Please ask your parents, your somebody who knows you well, to also verify these details for you, because as I mentioned earlier, it always makes sense कि आप फॉर्म थोड़ा लेट भरो. ऑफ कोर्स ये नहीं है कि बिल्कुल लास्ट डेट पे जाके भर रहे हो, बट आज भरने की जगह आप 7 दिन बाद भी भर रहे हो तो इट इज़ टोटली फाइन. यू नीड टू मेक श्योर सारी डिटेल्स सही है, स्पेशली योर इंटरेस्ट इन IPL, especially your percentage in 10th and 12th. These are very important things, your city preference and all of those things. Make sure these are right and no error is available, no error is happening over there. Right now for me the photo and signature is not loading, probably because I have opened this tab for a very long time, so probably it has forced logout. But for you, all of this should be visible as well. Once all of that has been verified, you can just come click on submit, and there's a captcha over here. You fill the captcha, you make the payments, and you receive a confirmation payment has been made, and then you sit back, relax, prepare for this particular entrance, and just ace it on the day of exam. So that's about it. If in case you have any queries, you can drop it down in the comments. I will try to help you with that. But for anything official, if in case you want any official confirmation, then in that case, it is better that you ask IIM Rohtak's admission authority directly and get any clarification. So that's about it. All the very best and thank you. Bye bye. Take care.